To episode 46 of the Woolly Wolverine podcast. My name is Laura. I am the host of this podcast and I'm coming to you from my home in Kildare in Ireland, where I live with my family and my 2 cats. And this is my podcast, which is all about knitting, creativity, general craftiness, that kind of thing. I film this every 2 weeks and I talk to you about all of my works in progress and finished objects and that kind of thing. I do have a finished object today, which you may notice if you are a returning viewer. I'm wearing it. So let me tell you a little bit about this. So this is the Lizzie Sweater by Suzanne Summers, who is So Sue Knits, and this is a brioche jumper, stockinette on the bottom, brioche on top, and I did full length sleeves. I think the pattern is 3/4 length. But let me stand up, and I did it cropped-ish. Twirling. Bit of garter panel up here on the sleeves, and the shoulders, and this is the brioche pattern here. Ooh, it matches my nails, this purple. Nice. So yes, this yarn is Seen the Ocean by Old Maiden Ant, and this turquoisey colour is Hedgehog Fibres in the colourway Ravelry. And I love it. This took me ages to knit, it would seem. I think I started it, I was looking on Ravelry around the start of March. So it was a very long kind of knit. It's a cozy, it's like a loose-ish fit. I think the pattern calls for more ease than actually I put in. But yeah, I just kind of, I think there's about 2 inches positive ease for me, but I think it recommended 4 to 8. But yeah, it fits well. I really enjoyed doing this kind of intricate brioche. It had been a while since I'd done some brioche, so yeah, that's everything I need to say about this. Anything that I talk about that I may not talk about fully, there'll be more information down in the description box, and if I don't mention anything or you have any questions, feel free to post comments. So this could be a really quick episode because I've realised I haven't cast on anything new in the last 2 weeks. I've just been working on my whips. So it was a pinky promise to get this done, so I have succeeded in my pinky promise. I have another garment on the needles, which if you're a returning viewer you will have seen, but I will show you anyway because I have made a bit of progress on this. So this is my Timely cardigan by Libby Johnson, or Truly Metal. And this is, the pattern is a 2-colour cardigan, but I am using my Sweet Sparrow Advent Minis and a neutral grey for my stripes. So I've pretty much, now I haven't cast off the body because I'm trying to figure out how long I want to do the rib at the end. That jingle bell is where I was last time. So I've done this much. I ran out of yarn for the bottom, so that's all I've left on the bottom. So I had to cake up another skein, and I cast on the sleeve here because I decided I'll see after what length I want to kind of give it. So I'm pretty much finished this sleeve. I think it's just going to be a 3/4 length sleeve because I've run out of colours. So I held yarn back on my stripes to kind of match them, so the sleeves will match the body. And this is like pretty much, this is one sleeve done except for the rib. So it's going to be quite a short, I think it's past elbow. It's kind of here at the minute, here. So I'm gonna do a bit of a rib, but it's gonna be maybe a 3/4 length sleeve, I think. But I really love this now. I started panicking a little bit that it was a bit too mental, but I really love it now that the body is pretty much done, and the sleeve, I did the sleeve yesterday whilst watching a few things, which I'll talk about later. But I was watching the Eurovision last night, and this sleeve pretty much got finished whilst watching that. So yeah. I'm not looking forward to picking up the stitches for the band. What's it called? What is that band called? Neck band? You know, where the buttonholes and button band. I'm not looking forward to picking up them. I have to do the second sleeve. But yeah, I really like this cardigan. I think it's really pretty. One of my kittens just came in. Hey Pip, do you want to say hi? Do you want to go up on the windowsill? Are you having trouble finding a path? Do you want me to come get you? No, she's up there. Oh, up you go. She's just looking out the window. So yeah, I really love this project. This is next on my hit list to get finished. I need to get some buttons, which I've mentioned before. So I haven't bought any for this yet. I need to have a think about what I like, but really love using the Advent minis for something other than in my blanket. So I think that's a good use of them. Sorry, I was saying I think that's a good use of them minis, and yeah, I think I'll do that with, I think I've purchased 2 Advent calendars this year again. So I think I'll do a garment blanket split again this year with my minis. But it's only May, so I've got like 7 months to decide. Good Lord. Don't know what's up with me today. I feel a little bit rusty in terms of talking to the camera, so yeah. My other work in progress I have is a pair of socks. Just a nice vanilla pair of socks. So this is opal sock yarn, and I've added a variety of different colour minis into it. So I think I got these from the Yarn Badger in like, it was like a muted kind of rainbow set. So this lovely peachy orange and this really light blue. And then I'm going to do a different colour for the toe as well, just for a bit of fun. So that cow is where I was last time. So I did a fish lips kiss heel. And I'm just doing vanilla sock, 60 stitches and 2.5mm needles. Very boring. I think it's going to be a fun sock though. And I like opal. It's a good sturdy sock yarn. I did call out, I don't think I have it in here. Oh, I do. It is part of the Energy collection, and it's Power by Opal. It's the colorway, and there's all your numbers and stuff. See that there. Last but not least is my Musselburgh hat, which I am knitting, as is the entire knitting community, it would seem. So yeah, I'm knitting mine out of Pretty Funky Fibres in the Babble On colorway. I got this at the Babbles Retreat. It was a special colorway that was dyed up for it. And this is my hat. So yeah, this is basically just a massive long tube, and then it folds up within itself. And it's nice hat. This looks quite slouchy, but there's people watching football downstairs, so I'm not sure if you can hear shouts. We're Liverpool fans in this house, and they are playing the last match of the season against Crystal Palace at the moment, and if they win, they get top 4, meaning that they're in the Champions League. And it has been a very bad season, so that would be a miracle if we manage that. Bye, Pip. She's got to investigate what them noises were. Sorry. So this pattern is by Isolde Teague. It is an any gauge pattern, which is very smart. It works out, you knit a little bit and then you work out your gauge based on what your stitch count is over an inch, and then it tells you what number of stitches you need to have in order to get the right size. So I am knitting it on 3.25mm needles, I think, and I'm knitting the adult large size. So yeah, I think it's a pretty on my hair. I can't wait to get my hair done next Saturday, because all the hairdressers have been closed and my hair is very dark and not very nice, and I need to get my fringe back, and the next time you see me I will be old Laura again with beautiful unicorn hair. But yeah, this podcast has been very scatty today. Don't think of anything else to say on this. Really good pattern, recommend it. I think this is going to be a staple gift knit once I figure out sizing and stuff. So this is just a test run for myself. But other than that, once I finish my timely cardigan, I will cast on, I have 2 projects I want to cast on. I want to cast on the Honey Bop cardigan by Poison Girls, and also the Stripes jumper by Andrea Mary. My timely has made me want to knit all the stripes, and I like to stockinette round and round, so I think that's going to be my next project. Now I need to decide if I want to cast both them on the same time. I may well, because I have absolutely no restraint. I have, since last time I recorded, I've received my Nora George Harry Potter blanket club for the month of May, which I'm going to share with you. If you're part of that club and you haven't got your mini skeins, which I assume you have at this stage, because it's been, I think I got these pretty much the day after the last time I podcast. So yeah, this is the More Magical Creatures set, and this is the colours. This green is really nice. It's like limey, scummy green. Scummy in a nice way. These are all pretty. I like this turquoise one as well, with the fun pops and speckles. And there's this red and this really pretty one too. So yeah, that's my minis. So this goes into my bag of minis. I've been working on my northeasterly blanket as well, and I have finished a stripe on that, or strip. If anyone who hasn't seen my northeasterly blanket, I will leave it. I demonstrated it. I demonstrated my blanket. I showed you my blanket in a previous podcast episode a couple months ago, and it hasn't changed hugely. I've just finished a row. So not miles to go, but time to go on that, so I won't bother showing it at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna pick another blanket to work on in the month of June. But anyway, I am waffling. So that's all the crafty content I have to share with you today. But if you want to stick around, I'm going to just chat a little bit about everyday goings on. So I started a new job at the start of the month. Was it the start of May or the start of April? I started a new job recently enough. I'm kind of double jobbing at the minute because I'm in the same company, but just kind of covering off old stuff and starting new stuff, and it's a bit crazy. So yeah, so I've got myself into a nice little routine in the evenings of going for a walk, then when I finish work, then watching stuff and knitting, and then doing a bit of reading before I go to sleep. So I have been reading I finished American Dirt by Janine. Oh, Janine, what is your last name? I'll put a little picture of the book. It's in Oprah's book club, so I think The World and Its Mother has read this book. I enjoyed it. It's a story of a Mexican woman and her son who are trying to escape a drug cartel and break for the border. And it's kind of who she meets, and it's all about her story about trying to get away. And yeah, it was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. And since finishing that, I have started a Terry Pratchett book. I think it's The Night Watch. Is that what it was called? I think it's book 2 of Discworld. Can't remember. I'm really bad at reviewing books, it would seem. I'll put another picture of that one there, but also enjoying it. I had never read Terry Pratchett before. It is quite humorous and enjoyable. I enjoy it. As a genre, I like fantasy, and he's quite humorous, so it's a win. And then what have I been watching? I'll tell you what I've been watching. I've been binging on Cobra Kai. I love it. I finished season 3 yesterday. I started season 1 on Monday, I think, and I finished season 3 yesterday. I was a big Karate Kid movie fan when I was younger, and the TV show is actually amazing. It's on Netflix. It's very nostalgic, very funny. I really love it. So if you like the Karate Kid movies, Mr. Miyagi, all that stuff, check it out. It's really good. That's my seal of approval on Cobra Kai. Other than that, it's been quite quiet. I've started another channel with my sister, which I've talked about the last few weeks, but I'll leave the link for that below. It's a movie review channel. So we've been watching movies together and just chatting about our thoughts. It's very light. It's your kind of thing. We're kind of focusing on some old classic movies, which you've probably watched, but the videos are probably entertaining more so. We just more so talk about our thoughts on the films, and they're kind of spoiler. We tell you all about the film, so it's not really a review. It's more so just us. It's like Gogglebox of films. Yeah. So I think that's it for today. This is gonna be a super duper short episode. But I will hopefully be back in 2 weeks' time. I'll definitely be back in 2 weeks' time, but I'll hopefully have more content, more new knitting projects, and yeah, I will talk to you all soon. Bye.